and I give the floor to the representative of Pakistan.
I thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, we thank Special Envoy Peterson and Under-Secretary General Fletcher for their invaluable briefings to the Council this morning. Syria is yet another fraternal country of Pakistan, which has been ravaged by internal divisions and external interventions. Today, Syria is at an important juncture in its history. The recent political developments offer the opportunity to restore normalcy, stability, and peace in Syria. Yet this will depend on ensuring a peaceful transition to a new governance structure which is inclusive and stable and ensures Syria's unity and territorial integrity. Mr. President, I would like to make 5 points. First, Pakistan welcomes the positive statements and assurances from the leaders and representatives of the new interim government. These must be translated into policies and implemented in practice. Political inclusivity and representative governance should be achieved through a Syrian-led and Syrian-owned process based on the principles of Resolution 2254, with the support of the United Nations Special Envoy as well as of the Security Council. Second, the international community and this Council must address the danger of terrorism within and from Syria, especially in view of the still unsettled parts of the country. The antecedents of some of the groups and the reported presence of foreign fighters dictates caution. Any resurgence of Al-Qaeda or ISIS and their affiliated groups cannot be accepted. The monitoring team of the 1267 Sanctions Committee should continue to follow and report on the situation. This would also provide the basis for the easing and eventual elimination of the Syria-related sanctions. The Council should also seek objective information on the alleged presence of chemical weapons or capabilities in Syria. Third, we must address Syria's massive humanitarian crisis immediately and unconditionally. 17 million Syrians, more than 70% of the population, are in need of humanitarian support. Over 13 million Syrians have been displaced, 7 million internally, and 6 million abroad. The recent escalations have further added to these needs, with more than 1 million people displaced in a few weeks' time. The UN Humanitarian Response Plan, which is only 33.3% funded, must mobilize all the resources required to meet the urgent needs of the Syrian people, including for the safe and dignified repatriation of Syrian refugees, notably the millions in Turkey. We welcome the scaling up of the UN-led humanitarian operations, as we have been informed today by Under-Secretary General Fletcher. Fourth, Syria's sovereignty and territorial integrity must be restored. Israel's occupation of the Syrian Golan Heights is illegal and null and void, as declared by Security Council Resolution 497. The Council must demand Israel's complete and full withdrawal from the Golan Heights. We strongly condemn Israel's further incursion into the separation areas established under the 1974 disengagement agreement and its attacks on UNDOF peacekeepers. This incursion must end forthwith and the safety and security of UN peacekeepers assured. In this context, an immediate end to Israel's aggressive actions in Gaza and the wider Middle East is also essential for the stabilization of the situation in Syria and other parts of the region. Fifth, the international community should help the new Syrian authorities to revive Syrian institutions and implement plans for the early reconstruction of their devastated country. The necessary exemptions from sanctions should be issued to enable such reconstruction. Mr. President, the role of the United Nations, especially the Security Council and the Secretary General, will be indispensable to ensure effective action on all the above-mentioned aspects of the challenges confronting Syria and its proud and resilient people. I thank you, Mr. President.